Hello, welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic and Happy New Year. When is it too late to keep saying Happy New Year? Well, certainly not yet, especially when you have a puzzle called HNY 2022. And you can see all the HNYs for Happy New Year in the grid. This is by Wombat Breath. We've done a couple of their puzzles before and very good fun they've been too. So we'll look forward to that. Now, don't forget that on Patreon, we have the remarkable puzzle hunt by Peter C. Hayward. It's a Sudoku hunt over at least 9 episodes, and it is really intriguing. We've had some correct solutions in. Very well done to those people who've done that. You have been fast. We are giving you all up to the 20th. If you're a Patreon, you can send in a solution at that point. And you can be marked. And there'll be a prize for one person after the 20th. So very well done to anybody in already. Keep plugging along if you're trying that hunt. Some of the more interesting parts are the transitions between the puzzles, I reckon. But anyway, that's all going on Patreon, where also, of course, we've put up the videos to the puzzle pyramid and to the CTC Mexican standoff, the last two bits of prize content we had. There are all sorts of other videos up there as well, and other stuff. We do try and keep our Patreons entertained. So what else? We've got Discord. We've got all our apps. They are still selling, which is great. We've got the merchandise, and we've got this puzzle. This is the first link under the video today, and there you can play this puzzle. Let's read the rules. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Digits may not repeat in rows, columns, cages, or regions. Now, the interesting thing there is digits can't repeat in cages. Digits in HNY-shaped cages, and you can see these sort of reddish ones are H, the yellow ones are N, and the bluish ones are Y. And there are some little lines that Wombat Breath has managed to create on top of the N's and Y's to separate, well, actually in all of the characters, to separate the lines in them so we can read them. Now, digits in HNY shaped cages must sum to a total of either 20 or 22 for the year, obviously. Each color or shape of cage has at least one instance of both alternative totals. So there must be at least one yellow cage that sums to 20 and one that sums to 22, and the other one splits the difference. No, the other one doesn't split the difference. It's not 21. It's another 20 or another 22. A black dot between cells indicates that their values have a ratio of 2 to 1. So these two cells could be 4, 8, for instance. A white dot that their values are consecutive. So these two cells could be 5 and 6. Not all dots are shown. So do give it a try. I'm going to start now. Let's get cracking. And right, we can put 2 candidates in each of these 3 cells. They have to be 2 or 4 because each of them marks the middle of a run of 3 digits, which 3 digits that can all see each other and that are connected by black dots. And the only ways that can work is if they are 1, 2, 4 or 2, 4, 8, and that will put 2 or 4 in the middle. Now, why am I not doing this one, which appears to be in the middle of a run of 3 black dots here? Well, actually, it's sort of not, because those two can be the same. So this can be any black dot digit, 1, 2, 4, 3, 6, or 8. And this is much less constrained than these others. Now, the 2, 4 gives me a pair, which means this is 1, 8, 3, or 6, which isn't as helpful as it might have been. But the total here, yes. Right, there is a secret about the digits 1 to 9 and how much they add up to. Or rather, the secret's maybe better expressed as every row, column, or box, including box 1 in this Sudoku, always adds up to 45, because it always consists of the digits 1 to 9, and they add up to 45. Now, that is useful here, because one of the possibilities for this string of cells is 1, 2, 4. That would add up to 7. Now, even if you make this the maximum 22 plus 7, That's 29. And using this rule of 45, this cell would have to be 16. Or if this was 20 and this was 7, it would have to be 18. So this does not add up to 7. That's a 4. This is 2, 4, and 8. That 4 makes this a 2, and that's surrounded by 1 and 4, and we know which order they're in because of that one. Now we have got 14 there, and either 20 or 22 here, taking the total up to 34 or 36. Well, it's got to be 36 with a 9 there. That's the only way we can make this up. Now, this is a run of 3 digits. Oh, I was going to go, they have to be between 4 and 9, but that's not true. It could be 1, 2, 3. Okay, actually, this is quite limited. So 1, 2, 3. But if these are from 5, 6, 7, 8, which is the other possibility for a run of 3 in row 1, well, those are quite high, and one of them is going to be consecutive with that, and it would have to be an odd number. And it couldn't be 5, because that would have to be surrounded on one side by a 4. So that would actually be 7. And this would be 6, 7, 8 in some order. So that is 2 or 7. This is now, oh, well, all of those are still possible. And therefore all of these. Oh, I thought we were getting there. Right, this has to add up to 20 or 22. And we've already got 7. So these two add up to 13 or 15. Sorry, I don't know what to do with that, by the way. So 1 here says that can't be 1. So this can't actually be 2. Ooh, and now if this was 2, that would be 3. That would be 6. It's possible, isn't it? What about this run of 3? Can't involve 1, 2, or 4. So it's either 5, 6, 7, 6, 7, 8, or 7, 8, 9. It must include a 7. Can I relate these two in some way using the sum of this? I don't think so. These are 7, so these add up to, what was it, 13 or 15? That could be a 7 either way. 4 and 2 are looking down at this pair on a black dot, so you can't use 2 or 4 on that. So it's it's got to be 3, 6. You can't use 1 if you can't use 2, and you can't use 8 if you can't use 4. So that's a 3, 6 pair. And now this is 5, 7, or 8. It can't be 5 because it would need a 4 on one side or the other. Can't be 9 because it would need a 10 on one side or the other, I suppose. So it's 7 or 8. Right. Now we know that 7 and 8 must get used in this run of 3. Whether that's a 7 or an 8, that's got to be the case. And that means 7 and 8 get used there, and 8 does not get used here in the same row. So we get a 2 there, 8 here. Now this can't be an 8, 6 pair, so this must go 1, 2, 3. And suddenly we've got real traction. This is a 3. This is a 6. I'm trying to make sure I get my dots right. Now, this yellow has to add up to 20 or 22 with 9 there. So this is 11, which would be 4, 7 in that order, or it's 15, which couldn't be 7, 8. Because that can't be 7 or 8 once they're fixed in those cells. It also can't be 6, 9 because of that 6. So it is 4, 7. That's a naked single 5. We get 8 and 9 there. We've got 7 and 6 to place. Now, these two cells either add up to 13, so it's a 6, 7 pair there, or this can't be 7, 8, 9 now, or we couldn't fill that cell, so it must be 6, 7, 8. Right, so that's a 7, that's a 6. Oh, hang on, this has gone wrong. I want to put 6 and 8 here, and that's nonsense. Where did I go wrong here? Didn't feel that comfortable there. Maybe it was here. I said this had to add up to 11 or 13. If it was 11, it was going to be 4, 7. If it was 13, you see, I said 11 or 15, and it couldn't be 15, and I lost track there. So let's go back here. Sorry about that. And sorry if you've already written the comment saying Mark's got it wrong. He had. That is either 11 or 13 would have to be 8, 5, or can't be 6, 7, so 9, 4. Right, so this is not so cut and dried. This is still 5 or 7. We've got 5, 6, and 7 to fit in the... No, this one can't be a 7 because 7 and 8 are down here. In fact, this now must... Since the 6, this must be 7, 8, 9. Right. In that case, we get a little parity thing here. These add up to 7. This is odd, which takes our total up to even. And we need an even total, being 20 or 22, so that must be 6. Now we can do the maths, in fact, and see what it is. 13... Oh, I don't know whether that's 7 or 9. But I do know that 8 is surrounded by 7 and 9. This is a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 5. That's a 6, 7 pair. It's a sort of naked pair. It sees 2, 4, 8, and 9 in the box, 1, 3, 5 in the row. So it must be a 6, 7 pair. So that finishes the top row for us. Then we've got an 8, 9 pair here, 4, 5 pair below. These two, well, they don't add up to 11 now. They do add up to 13, but I don't know whether they're 9, 4 or 8, 5. This is a 1, 3 pair. There has to be an even number on a consecutive dot. One of those two is even. And this column, we've already used up 3 of the even numbers. So the other one is a 6. One of them is a 6. That's a sort of X-wing with that pair. We've definitely used the 6s for both rows 6 and 7 there. 2 is looking down at this, so that's 4. Doesn't tell me which way round 2 and 8 go. Now, this was quite constrained up here. Let's just have a look. If that adds up to 20 or 22, this can't be 1, 2, because we'd only get up to a maximum 25, and those two would have to add up to 20, which they can't. So, can it be 2, 4? If this was 22 and 2, 4, would be up to 28. This would have to be an 8, 9 pair. That's not possible either. Therefore, this is either 3, 6 or 4, 8, I reckon. If it was 3, 6, that's 9, 29 or 31. These two would add up to 16, which they cannot do, or 14, which they can. So this is either 3, 6 or 4, 8. That much I have learnt. I don't think we can use the rule about both alternative totals appearing yet. What can we do? 3, 6. So this is consecutive to 3 or 6. It cannot be consecutive to 3 because 2 and 4 have both been used in the column. So that is a 6 with a 5 or a 7 here. This has become a 3. This is 1, 5, 7 or 9. It's definitely odd because we've used all the evens in this column too. So that's even, which is not actually that helpful. This is odd and can't be 3 or 5. Actually, it can't be 1 either because that would have to go 1, 2, 3, and that can't be a 3. So now this is 7 or 9. This must be 6 or 8. In fact, there's a 7, 9 pair in the column. This can't be 1, but it can still be 5, 7 or 9. Now, can this be 1? If this was a 1, this would have to be a 9, 7 pair to get up to 20. In fact, again, we've got a parity thing. These two must both be odd, and that's odd. So that's 3 odds, and this must be odd as well. So there are 4 odds here, and that's odd, and that's going to be all the odds for this box. So those are 2, 4, 8. That is a 6. This is a 7. That must be 5. This is 1 and 9, which is kind of what I suspect. Oh, in fact, that's a 9. So this is a 1, and we've got real progress here now. That's a 7. We can finish off the column with a 1. 14 there. These either add up to 8, which would be 3, 5, or 6, which would be impossible because 2, 4 have been used there. So that's a 3, 5 pair. This is 9. These are from 2, 4, and 8. This can't be 3, so this isn't 6. Now 6 can't be in those cells, so it's definitely in this H shape. Ah, look, these are made up of the same totals. 1, 3, 5, 6, 7, which adds up to 22. So this one must add up to 20, and it's got a 6 in it. So hang on, these add up to 25 without a 6. They could be 9871, 9843, except they couldn't be because you can't fit both 4 and 3 into that cell. Oh, 9852, you put 2 here. Okay, there are various possibilities. But still, those add up to 25. It's quite interesting. Now, never mind being specific about this. Let's just see if we can work out whether this is 22 or 20. If that's 3 and 6, 9. Say this is 22, the maximum 31. This could be a 6 and this an 8. Since they can't both be 7s and that can't be a 9, that's the only way it could work. So if this is 3, 6, oh, well, that can't be a 6 if this is 3, 6. Let me just check. If this is 3, 6, 9, and if this added up to 20, that's 29. There's another 16 to go, but this can't be a 9. No. So this is a 4, 8 pair. That's all it can be now. This must be 2, 4, or 8. In fact, that's a triple in the row. So this is 1 or 5. Now, 12 there, and either 20 or 22 here. So that's 32 or 34. Yeah, so these add up to 11 or 13. And this is 1, 2, 3, or 7. Ah, it's 1, 2, 3, or 7 because it's C's 9, 8, 4, 6, and 5. But if these two add up to 11 or 13, this can't be 1, 2, or 3 because that can't be more than 7. So this is a 7. It's got to be. And this is either 4 or 6. Well, we know it's a 6, therefore... Oh, I've known it's a 6 for ages because that's 6. Ruled out 6 from here, and it had to be a 6 pair. I didn't see that, sorry. 7, 4, 8, 6. And this is 1, 2, 3, 9, 5, adding up to 20. 5 must be there. That's 2 or 9. Ah, that means this is a 1. Ah, and these added up to 25, I think. Because this is a 20. Because the other H is a 22. That's right. So we can put in 7 and an 8, 9 pair. And now we're cooking. Now we're going. Come on. 7, 8, 9, 1. 6 can't be in those cells. 6, in fact, must be there, as it can't be here. 3 must be there. And these are from 2, 4, and 5. 9 in this row has to be there. 3 there. 1 and 2. And box 4 is almost completely finished. This becomes a 7. And we get 3 and 9 down here. Now this one is going to make 22 and this one 20. So we're covered for those. Oh, look, I can do the 1, 3. Actually, I can do the 6, 7. Right, so these are from 4, 6, and 8. And how many do I need to make up the 20 or 22 total? 12 plus 8 or 10. Well, that's got to be a 6 and a 4. There we go. That is done. There's a 2-8 pair looking along here. Don't know how to use that. 1, 2, 5 down here. Now, how's that going to connect round into that? This can't be a 1. It can be a 2. And it can't. Oh, it could be a 5 if they were both 5s. So this is 2 or 5. But this can't be 4 or 6. So that's not a 5. That's a 2. This is a 1. Oh, right. So that must be a 2 as well. So then we get 4, 8, 4. This becomes 5. 4 and 5 are resolved. We've got an 8, 9 pair here as well. That becomes 2, 3, 7, 6, 5 on the white dots. That's a 3, 5 there. That's a 1, 9 and 3. This becomes 8. This is a 9. And we can finish off the 8, 9 pairs. There we go. 8 and 5 down here. That is straightforward. We've got just a few digits left to finish. That's a 4. That's a 2. It seems to be working. 4, 2, 8. And that's it. Brilliant. That is a lovely Happy New Year puzzle. Thank you, Wombat Breath. Really nice stuff. Thank you for watching. I hope you had a go at that one. That was quite approachable, I felt, but really entertaining. A good Kropke puzzle with a few little killer twists. And indeed, HNY to Wombat Breath and to yourselves. Happy New Year, and bye for now.